Oh my God. Oh my God. People stuck.
Well, a pretty scary situation captured on video as floodwaters rise in New York State last night, trapping drivers in their vehicles. We're talking about the remnants of Hurricane Ida that dumped record rainfall in both New York and New Jersey. Several people have died. Nearly all transportation throughout New York City was suspended overnight. Well, for more on this story, we're now joined by Will Dunslow. He's in Brooklyn, New York, where some of the heavy flooding occurred overnight. So, Will, thank you for being with us. Describe what happened.
Well, Michael, as you can see behind me, it's a bright sunny day here in New York City, but it was a very different picture last night. Overnight, we saw some record volumes of rainfall, including here where I'm speaking to you from in Brooklyn, which parts of these streets where I'm speaking to you from were largely submerged. Putting into context just how much rain fell, well, just over a week or so again, we had Tropical Storm Henri. Now, that broke a record in Central Park for the most rain that fell in a single hour, just shy of 2 inches of rain falling in that hour. However, that record was smashed overnight in New York City, over 3 inches of rain falling in Central Park in a single hour between the hours of 8:51 and 9:51 on Wednesday evening. We're told by officials that between 6 to 10 inches of rain fell in parts of New York. That prompted the National Weather Service to issue its first ever flash flood emergency. There was a travel ban put in place until 5 a.m. this morning. The message from officials very clear indeed. Stay off the roads as much as you can. It was simply not safe to be out and about driving overnight here in New York City, as well as surrounding New Jersey and parts of Pennsylvania as well.
Well, looking from where you are right now, obviously the rain no longer falling, but how are people dealing with the situation then this morning, the aftermath?
Well, that's right, Mike. You can see behind me there's a pipe from a basement pumping water out. There are some extraordinary scenes overnight of people's basement in this area flooded. A local hospital also having to put bins out across one of the emergency rooms there to keep the amount of water out that was falling through the roof. Such was the volume of rain that was coming down here in Brooklyn and other parts of the city. Speaking to local businesses around this area, cleanup operations very much underway. But the travel ban has been lifted as of 5 a.m. You can see people are out and about, cars are on the streets. Life is returning to normal, certainly here in New York City, but according to estimates this morning, still 100,000 or so people in New Jersey, New York without power, hundreds of flights cancelled or delayed as well.
William Dunslow, thank you.